football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to a city immortalized in song, Kalamazoo, Michigan, Waldo Stadium, and home to the Western Michigan Broncos. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Broncos will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. From the gun, the ground game. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Guys, let's take a second here and talk about Tulane. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quick release on the RPO. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass. It never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Broncos are in the hurry up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Cradles it at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got him in the flat. There he goes. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Gets the back moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
So now it's second and long. Charcoal. Pulls and fires complete. Across the 25, he's got room. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Tulane with an opportunity on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they
breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. Third down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick six.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip. And they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Going for the big play. Makes a grab deep. Turning it on. He's at the... and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tulane.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
And the Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the middle. It's 4. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do. For their confidence. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Western Michigan!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quick pass on the fly motion. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flipping forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it. Running room in the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Ohio is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Athens for some time. They're up by 28 over Central Michigan. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Might be changing the route. He'll start this drive firing. Throwing right. Got his man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts. Small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He'll pitch it. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open. As a result, it's an incompletion.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Ready, set.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Western Michigan, 21.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Working the middle. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The give on the option. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on its way. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the ground with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Not a chance. Missed it. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. Off play action. Here's a heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted, number 19. He'll try to take it back.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Greenway. And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. They want to throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. He'll be stopped at the 17.
First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. off the play fake on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find a tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down coming up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He's got it. Turns it on in midfield. Off and running. Inside the touchdown Broncos. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball and let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Western Michigan, 28.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. We've reached a break, and it's Tulane on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The Green Wave needing a 3rd down conversion as we start playing the 4th. Motion from the back. He'll throw on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Clark. Breaks into the open. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Listen, the running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They'll run play action. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ball game when it's really going to matter.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger.
Touchdown, Tulane! Excellent pass by the back on the option. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Makes the grab. It's 4. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Back to pass. It's short. It's complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside for the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive core.
Looking for more room. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds.
Ball is out behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, ooh, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the 4th quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for a man. It's short. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And obviously you're in a tough spot. Like, you're down a couple of possessions. The defense knows you're going to throw the football, so you can tell they're backed up. They're playing the pass, and the offense has to take the little stuff underneath. They've got to find a way to make explosive plays, even though the defense is playing conservative.
And the Broncos are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Pulls and fired complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to the running back, and he's making plays.
The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Flushed out of the pocket. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And the comeback is on.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll move the tight end. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass, it's short. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Quickly to the tight end. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. He's got him. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
And the Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's short. Here's the pressure. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
I can't believe it. He had a chance to just end the game right there. If the defender makes the catch in the end zone, up a possession, this is ball game. But because he put it on the ground, this offense still has life.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these